that tastes gross. Ugh. It's like drinking out of a warm hose, Stanley. Hi, welcome to my tube. I'm Marge. I'm a heyoka empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I brought out the old duds. If it still has a crease in the sleeve. Well, You're in maintenance. You're not expected to have creases. I was in maintenance. Notice the badges. See the badges? See the symbols? The badges. I got more down here. I worked at one of the 9 biggest bases on the planet, and I haven't had running water in 3 years. I was just watching Mike on the Peace Dealer. He talks about the boss battle. He can't get internet. He's got shit to do that he's got to do with the internet, but sometimes people impede your progress if they don't like your attitude. They make life hard for you, and I know from personal experience. I was just clowning around. I never even sewed on extra stripes on this one. I only made it to 3. I was never even Sarge Marge. Because you have to take a test, and I don't have the mind for taking tests, so it's all crap. It's all fixed. It's all rig. Anyway, some astrological planet just came up. That was the notification I just heard in my ear. The moon is new tonight. Thank goodness. Anyway, that's better. I won awards at that place. Offutt Air Force Base. I got this one. I won that one. This one cost the trophy shop out the back gate. That one set him back. Set the shop back, or the squadron back. I had to re-glue it, the glass part. I had to use 2-part epoxy and fix it my own damn self. That's what maintainers do. That's what us support beings do. We just freaking... We see something that freaking broke, we just freaking fix this shit. What are you gonna... Don't complain about it, just freaking fix it. Don't argue all day about who's gonna pay for it. Just fix this shit. This one actually is a bigger deal than that one. Weighs more. This one, I didn't win it as a base level because a kid that went to Iraq with the bomb dog, he won. You had a dog in the mix, and I ain't got no chance. I'm just a little gay brown girl. And these are after I proved myself as a human being and got a DUI on base. I still did this shit. And but people don't like my attitude. So I understand the whole boss battle right now. I understand and that's the thing is, my whole life I fought. I fought to make my way. I fought to get people to understand who I was. And it wasn't until this last 6 months that I just surrender. I relinquished the fight. And which is cool because it coincides with my planets. I got Chiron and Aries in my 10th house, the wounded warrior, all that stuff, Just because I'm wounded don't mean I got to take it out on other people. My hurts. It's a hard lesson to learn, but it's important because you rack up karma when you do that shit. So, I gotta move. I don't want to knock off freaking glass birds and shit. And it's just so funny. I'm like, I wonder where other people that have won these awards, where are these sitting on their desk right now? Where are theirs at? And what are they doing? People have underestimated me my whole life. There, that'll be good for a minute till it shifts. So people didn't think that I would ever get to where I was, And there's storylines that it's like, I think it's funny. I think people track every time from the time you're born, your birth date's tracked. I think, the society uses astrology and stats and they use it for tools of manipulation to pull the heartstrings. Scorpio season is heavy on the heartstrings. That's when they play the woeful the heartstrings of people, and be grateful, be thankful, and let's perpetuate that freaking made up bullshit paradigm reindeer again. Don't fall off there. I mean, New Year's is all thrown off. It should be like not January 1st, so it messes with people's internal clocks too. So there's a lot of really smart people that have been withholding, that haven't been allowed. Dude, I just have been always satisfied with what I've got, because every position I've ever been, I've just had to be satisfied, because the control freaks like to put people like me in my place. So it's like, what am I going to do? Fight against it? Because that's what I did for years, and that's why they put people like me in my place, to see what we're going to do. And then, make it so hard for us that then we react, and then they lock us up for our own safety. You're going to hear that terminology a lot right now. For your own safety. I've been doing talks about it. If people don't start standing for stuff, they're going to just keep falling for everything and anything that is just every narrative that's put in front of them. And then there's so much contrary, disputable information that it's creating so much cognitive dissonance. People are just, I don't know what to believe. So astrology, says right now, Aquarius is doing. I don't know exactly. I listen to so many talks, and they all have their different perspectives. They all just pretty much say the same thing. It's like, don't believe anything you hear right now. Just don't substantiate a freaking a trajectory or a line of thinking about anything right now. I'm done with that same flame thing. I just it was like a switch. That's why I'm so done with it. I called this talk, the second talk, I named it, I let it go after the first talk. Because, some people, you gotta heal your wounds, or you're just gonna keep acting the same way over and over. I can't believe, and I've been waiting for it. I'm like, I wonder what my reveal's gonna be. Wow, what's gonna be revealed to me? Oh, the fact that, some bitches are basic, and they're the paradigm of the T's that just give you the narcissist. It's all of it. It's all the people that take so much and that have nothing left to give in return. And I'm through with all those people. I'm through with every single one of those energetic parasites that have nothing back to give, And that's all right. I'm not mad about it, because I used to be one of those, But it was just like, dude, so she told me, because my storyline is I always wanted to be somebody's favorite person, because I never had a close bond with another human being in life. I was born in orphaned parents and shit like that, and so that's, my brother makes fun of me about it. You always wanted, your ringer, for Christ's sake, was I want you to want. Yeah, I got freaking, because I wasn't helping in baby and all that shit, So, and for years I acted out of anger because I didn't respond to that lack of, to that neglect, and things hurt. It's a little floaty. Thanks for passing through, yeah. And so, there's a bee right here. And, so I had a lot of freaking wounds to heal and shit, and I've done a pretty good job doing it. I got to meditate, stay about 2 hours today, and it was just like, it was so weird, because it was like, I've been talking to this woman, like, she can't find nobody, and then all of a sudden, out of clear blue sky, last night I've had a person for 8 months, and I'm like, well, what about the guy that called you NV, that put his dick in a box, the S&M guy, and what about the guy with kids? Is this the one with the kids? Who has kids? Oh, it's not him, it's another one. I only been talking to this woman for like 5 months, and there's like 4 players in the mix, and I'm like, this is what it was 3 years ago when we left script. when we stop communication. And I'm like, this is what the astrology's talking about. People get stuck in loops. Are people still doing the same shit? Are they still just, oh no, he's a great guy, Nog loves him? I'm like, fucking Nog loves everybody. That's why Nog's a cool dog, man. Who fucking cares about it? You know? But this shit, this don't, you know, it's just so funny to me. And so I wash my hands of her. I wash my hands of her. And I don't look at the messages. Now she can have, if she wants to have a one-sided conversation with me for a while, and then my heart is excited and thrilled for the prospects of all of the new chapters in life, and that is also what the astrology is saying right now. You know, you don't get stuck back there with them. They want you to stay in the past with them and behave the same no vibey way that they're behaving. Don't go back there with them. Rise above it. Rise above it. It's not even fun, man. It was like a switch. I was just like, what? You've had a person? So either you've lied about a person or you've lied about all the. I'm like, so that dude is just that fucking cool that he is in just do whatever you want with all these other guys. He's never thinking about anyone else with you when you know, none of that. He's just that wonderful. Or he don't know about it. Either way, you're a liar and I don't fucking want to know you. Dirty. Dirty. High traffic areas, women, men. It's just people that are imbalanced, man. I can't hang out in high traffic areas. And people are high traffic areas too. Their energy field. The fucking Chuck. Call it whatever you want. They hit it and quit it. It's bad karma, dude. The polygamy, whatever. Dude, monogamy is the new earth, man. You can't saturate it. I remember freaking hearing like a year ago that Kate Potchin fucking D-bag talking about, oh, free love and all this shit. And I'm just like, what? That is not the background that I know. Like, you get to a point spiritually, you don't even need physical sex anymore. Intimacy anymore. You don't. You don't need it. I mean, you can have it, and it's wonderful and it's glorious, but it's like, you get the freaking kiss of 1,000 angels of Kundalini fight life force energy. You know? Pornhub ruined that. Ruined it. Ruined so many people's psychological, sexual psyches. Just ruined them. They have an idea and a conception of how it should be, and it's just plain wrong. It's just plain fucking goddamn wrong. And people need to keep that shit off and go figure it out for yourself with one being, consensual being, in close, you know, plus or minus, you know, 5-6 years to you. What's up with this 20, 30, 40-year-old age gap? Oh, daddy issues. That's what's up. That's okay. I've had daddy issues too. I wonder if that's why I dated a woman that was 5 years older than me. We're one of those, we just should have stayed friends. I'm not a dater, you know, I'm so selective. Why? Because bitches be freaking penis pockets and shit. And I don't like high traffic areas. I called her a penis pocket once, and that's funny. Oh, that's funny. It's alright, you don't gotta worry about me no more. Nope, I won't bother you. Who am I gonna bother next? Who could it be now? Nah, I got better things to do. I got other creations to do. I'm getting ready to move. I got a lot of work to do around the house to clean up and to get organized and plan and make the plan I have in here match reality, and I got to put all my excess energy into that. And I can't stay in those low vibrational frequencies, because if I start thinking about it, I just get mad, and then I don't think about the stuff that I should be doing, because I'm keep playing a tape of something that hurts my own feelings when it's my own conscious decision of staying in a situation that is shit. So I can only blame myself. I can never blame anybody else for anything that ever happens in my goddamn life, even not having water. And I'm glad I don't have, because it was, my dogs are more important to me than having running water, and I figured it out. I'm resilient, man. I mean, if I wasn't resilient, you think I would have got these paperweights? Warren's Jewelry. Joe Don Designs Cornhusker. You know? I just don't understand how I can't find anybody else to recognize that and freaking, I don't know, freaking bring me on board to their vision and freaking pay me to freaking just give them ideas. Just give me a plastic card that where I go it can work on places, and then I don't even care, as long as every time I use it, no matter what I go, I can buy what I want. I won't cause no trouble, because I self-govern. People self-police, Mike, the peace dealer, made good point of this, and this is what's going on with this, and what we're going to see is that society has been polite society because people have been self-governing. However, they've done it so long, and people like me that are sick of watching the fucking assholes win, the bastards win, more billionaires get more billionaire and all this shit, and then like smart, freaking talented, charming individuals like myself fucking, can't get no help or freaking to do the shit that we want to do. Yeah, it's all that. Yeah, and people don't get shadow banned. That doesn't happen. That never happens. That never happens. People never get, what land does it take fucking a month to get internet? Dude, somebody tell Mike to go. How often do you see their freaking vans in the apartment complex? Just go grab one and be like, dude, what do I got to do for you to hook me up? Because it's just shit. It's just, they make too many billions to freaking blow people off. And that's the thing, is people aren't going to take it no more. And they're not. And I spend so much effort freaking meditating and keeping my chi and freaking just not being angry at anything. And it's hard for me to do because I got a lot of shit to be angry about if I so choose that path. And other people aren't as disciplined as me. They just aren't. So they're going to start freaking out. Oh my God, it's just hell on earth, Babylon, You're already seeing it. I mean, freaking tech giants getting their heads cut off and dismembered and shit because, it's just that ain't the world that people are supposed to be living, but more people got to stand up against that kind of freaking low vibey, no vibey crap, And I'm so proud of Jenna Jameson. I was really tripping out on that today about the same freak tribe and about people that are born on the same birthday. Think about other people that you were born on. Okay? Now, Jenna Jameson and I were both born on April 9th, 1974. I can't find a birth time for her, but I was 11:01 a.m. All right. Not only that, but she was born in Las Vegas, Nevada, which is 36 latitude, and I was born in a hospital in San Bernardino, not too far from there, at 34.13 latitude. So we are literally that close in frequency. And I was going back and listening to her talk in the early 2000s, or True Hollywood Story, about how, because she lost her mother tragically very young. Well, my mother's psychotic state was frazzled very young, so I never had mine. So, I mean, I've been my mother's caregiver my whole entire life. I've been making scrambled eggs for Mom for breakfast since I was 5 years old. I'm 46. There's periods of times that we lived apart, like 12, 15, that we had separate addresses. But now again, she's been with me for like 15 years now, And I've freaking been, and I hadn't even needed any help until the last couple. There ain't no help to be found for people like me. It's weird, man. So I just learned to adapt and get by whatever they throw me. All right, I'm just gonna still try and make things comfortable for me and Mom. So Jenna, her story, you know, and her brother and her dad. See, we all are just one. If you think, always see a disco ball, and every single one of us has a spirit, and that spirit reflects like a mirror is an individual mirror on that disco ball. And we reflect the world how we feel inside. And her storyline is like her account. If she like, because I have a brother and a dad too, but I've been estranged with. I've never really been a part of them, their world. I was just always the weird kid that they made fun of, and you know, be a good sport, Margie. Be a good sport. Don't have a bad attitude. All that shit. Just more narcissistic bullshit. That's how I know by heart what they are. Is because I was born to it. So, and then she went to cause, I mean, and it's funny because she's talking about when she was like 15, 16 and her hormones started flowing. And she's just like, I wanted to have sex all the time. And I'm like, you know what? I did too, but I was just, you know, this awkward, weird lesbian girl in Redding, California, and there was just nothing but, it was Hicksville, USA, and I had been kicked in the face and knocked down a flight of stairs, and the pickings are slim there, and I like pretty girls, and it's, you know, the astrology in the 90s was hot and heavy, hard too, so I didn't get a whole lot of, you know, that life, you know. So when I was 15, we started taking trips down to San Francisco and stuff. That was really cool for me just to witness it. You know, I don't need to live it. I just need to witness it. And then I moved to Omaha, and then that world opening up a little bit more. And but see, and then she did the marrying thing. So she did all the like the heterosexual stuff, and then I went, you know, the same birthday, and then other aspects. There's the male aspects, the Hugh Hefner. You know, and we all have choices of what could happen if we live in our ego. I lived in my ego for and see, and the thing is that her dad was a sheriff, and if she ever ate at Chevy's during the years 2000 or 1993 and 1996, I probably brought her chips and salsa, you know. And that's the thing, is people that are born, we cross paths, we end up in the different parts of the planets at different times, you know. People that are same frequency are gonna cross paths. It's divine timing as to when. So she started speaking out about her experience with sex trafficking, and I talk a lot about the shadow shit and how I was raped when I was a kid, baby, and you know, this, I'm just one of a gazillion, and the reason why I talk about it, and I went down an anthole with Heather Work this morning, and I was watching some old like video commercials of her at like 7 with Disneyland, and Disneyland just makes my stomach turn, man. That is such just this, ugh, they're so, ugh. And I just feel violated because I grew up programmed by, you know, bed knobs and broomsticks and all that. Saturday night you hear the sound of that music, you know, key up for the, you know, Jiminy Cricket, you know, all that stuff, and then you start thinking and looking at all the storylines about what they really mean, you know, Geppetto, you know, Baby Boy, Forever, and it's just seedy and gross, and people are like, no, it ain't like that. They're like, you know, art imitates life, and then they're like, no, it's just like, you know, it's only like that in the movie, that stuff isn't real. Anyone tells you that stuff is real, that's exactly what's happening. Or that stuff ain't real, that's exactly what's happening. It's a tell. They live in backwards world. Narcissists lived in backwards worlds. They say ain't nothing going down like that. You know, that's why I like to leave things open. There's possibilities for all things, but these creeps, man, these baby doers and these blood drinkers, they're all being, and they think they're slick. They think they slick. They think that we don't know. I think it just popped in my head, this whole Anon movement, because all I think about is the Al-Anons. Anon. Every time I hear Anon, I think about Al-Anon. You know, these anonymous groups that are just, you know, coming into their superpowers and stuff like that. And it's really pretty cool, because they're not listening to those freaking assholes, you know, because all these assholes that told them what to do and freaking were trying to be the boss of them and taking all the money and the good shit for themselves are all getting old and stuff like that. And it's sad to watch, isn't it? To watch a big old strong strapping man turn into an old man. who used to just, and all they measure themselves by how many freaking notches they have on the bed stick. And I think about all those kid movies where all these producers, just Heather's story alone is so disgusting. But I make myself watch that stuff because her life can't be done in vain. You can't just ignore her story and all the other young people's story and old people. That's what snuff films are, man. These guys, they're creepy, they're gross, they don't care, they're disgusting. Yeah, everyone has a spirit, but these are evil human beings, and they've been running the planet, and now the planet's going, no, dude, evil don't get to run the planet, because Earth is, you don't get to violate Mama or Gaia Earth anymore. She's taking her power back, and she's raising in frequency, and there ain't no place in 5D land for that 3D behavior. So people are freaking out, and they're killing themselves, and they're taking other people with them, and this is just how it's going to be for the next little while until people either just decide to go within and learn to soothe themselves, or find alternative ways of living where you can just cut out the bullshit. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Cut out all the bullshit. Cut out the bullshit. So I'm looking for a roommate too, by the way. If anybody feels like moving somewhere around Mount Shasta. I'll probably have a pretty stringent vetting process, though. I'm pretty thorough and picky, so. What else? Have I been ranting on long enough? What else? Kitty. What else was I thinking about? I think about stuff during the day, and then I'm like, okay, I'll talk about that. And then Mom and I have some of the best conversations, and then that's a new challenge that we're having. Because it's been warm, so she's been putting the fan right on her. And I looked down and her lip was cracked. And it was fine like 2 hours ago. I'm like, are you drinking water? Are you hydrating? I'm like a little drill sergeant. She's like, I don't think I've been drinking that. I'm like, you need to drink some more water because your lip's cracked. That's telling me that you're getting dehydrated. So drink some. I'm like, and so I brought her some juice and then gave her some water because she loves that mango juice almost as much as I do. She freaking pounds it. It's so cute. Her little... Anyway, so... And so I made her put lip balm on it. I'm like, oh, put some more on it. No, okay, put more on it. No, put some more on it. So, you don't gotta be... I never thought it's not... I do the same thing as if she was... I love her just as much as if she was my child. And Lord knows her... In the evening, her mentality faculties dip down. And she's about the mentality of a 4 or 5 year old. 6-year-old. She starts getting real redundant and stuff like that. So... just gotta adjust things and modify things and just be careful. That's why, older people, you make sure that they're taking off their socks, you make sure that you're looking at their feet, you make sure that they don't got no sores on their feet. These are things that are crucial. You make sure that their socks aren't binding, they're cutting the circulation off. Socks are a freaking pain in the ass around here, man. Socks are like dog ears and freaking dog nails. Oh, it's like, alright, let's swap out socks, because it's like, but I found some that are good, so that fit her nice, that fit with her Vans shoes that she wears, that are comfy for her. But it's all about making things comfortable and stuff like that. It's gonna be less important, once we get to a place where like everyday things stress me out, that I won't have to contend with. I won't have the stressor. I'll have different stressors. There's always distressors, but I won't have to put so much energy into things that I can put energy into, like gathering firewood and stuff like that, or going taking pictures, or going fishing. And I'm an early bird too, so I will go out and freaking, somebody posted, Anastasia posted a shot, some dude got him out Shasta. Lucky bastard, it was a nice shot. Because that's the thing, is to get the good shot, you gotta freaking go out. You gotta go out to where and be there when they happen. He got the freaking meteor, the new meteor. It's a nice flare, I was like, man, I don't know if I could get my camera to capture that or not. So anyway, that reminds me, I gotta look at tripods.